weekly stream on of the charts, and let's see what BTC is doing. Luke is here, and we're gonna go over the options and possibilities and what we see and what to expect. And then later on, we surely will talk with our members here in the group and see what to allocate, how to do. Okay, so I will not chart from naked. I will just pinpoint what's on the chart. So this is a weekly chart. We have the last move down fibs. Okay, those are kind of important, and we have marked out. Oops, sorry. As you can see, the monthly, daily, weekly resistances here on the side, and that's more or less what's important here. So also we need to check, because we had this like lower high, so we can even take these fibs just to check up this move from down from this lower high to here. And as you guys can see, we got right in this marked box. Sorry, this is an old marking. Okay, in this old box, so we kind of get this area. Oops. Okay, so we kind of get this area here from all these levels and from these fibs that we tested. So now we're gonna just take away this last one so the chart's cleaner. And we marked out a heavy resistance level from 39.7 down to 37.6-ish. Okay, so it's quite simple, guys. Okay, it's quite simple in these terms. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, but this can even, like, it can go higher, but it's kind of a first warning sign. Let's move that away. So let's check the indicators. RSI, okay, it is high on the weekly. It can get higher. Okay, has some resistance here, but it's the weekly. Stochastic topped, but we all know this can like stay hot and still keep pumping. So what's the game plan? Let's watch the daily. Okay, so we have a couple of candles here. They're like pulling back into this area, and it's pretty simple for me, guys. You see sell volume going up, but for me it's quite simple to go like this. If price action can go over, turn this to support, okay, if this trouble area is turnable into strong support, something like this on the daily, like it was here. Okay, guys, we said if this area 34 something turns to support, it happened here. Okay, few days, then we got a pop, retest, this was turning to support and move up. Okay, so if this type of thing happens again here, okay, if this happens like here, something like that, then the whole market will go wild and it will pump. It will pump, it will be like crazy, okay? But if this, I'm like 25% for this first option, leaning 25%. I'm leaning more into something like this. We go here, somewhere around there, we make a move up. This can take like a few days, the entire week. In this move up, altcoins pump another 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90% that we saw that's happening. Okay, we get some nice setups. It comes in here, gives us the lower high, and then a quick dump. Okay, a quick flash to somewhere in this area. Okay, somewhere here. We don't know for sure, but something like this, we can like check some. Yeah, okay, we could have like a 55 EMA on the daily or the cloud support, something like that. We can even have something like the point of control matching with that. Then if that happens, we can measure the fibs from the 5 moves up, etc., etc. But The flash crash and the high low would be for buying. Okay, so losing this level, flash crash could be is for buying on alts. Let's just take a rough estimate. Okay, that would be a 10-20% dump on Bitcoin. You know what alts do in that moment? They dump 5 times more, so they give back most of the moves they played. We buy them again, okay, and then we see if this area can turn to support. If and when this levels turn to support, we roughly have the estimates of the next ones, okay, going higher and higher. So that's a rough type of play. And we can just check now on the 4 hour what's happening. And yeah, so this is the area I'm looking at. We can take fibs from the last move up just to check. And we have some confluence also with the maze. You see we have the 55. So let's say down to 35 to 100. If we start bouncing from here, something like this that we mentioned in the group, something like this starts bouncing. Sorry. Oh, sorry guys. Was swimming in the pool today, so all the chlorine is affected. So was diving in the pool. Actually, it's a new cool sport I'm doing. So if this happens like this, push here, high, low, we can even take longs, but this stuff usually happens during the Asian session, and that will open in 3 to 4 hours. I will be probably a bit asleep. I will not bid it blindly, but we are playing some coins in the group. For the pullbacks, we have a couple of good calls, like on Link. We're waiting for the Link pullback and a couple of more. We had some rocking pull. B Bank is pumping, and we have some massive Joey calls setting up, like Akis and Cubic. So those are some tips we had in the group, and getting on them, the real low caps, and so that's more or less it. I'm waiting for the bounce, goes up. It's a pretty simple gameplay. Then the next thing that we need to talk about is let's check some stuff. What I got of interest. Okay, let's take this for instance. Oh, I'm obviously waiting for a short scalp, and I have some massive fibs and alarms around. But let's go see. Whoa. So this is a game coin. Okay, sorry for the messy chart. This is a game coin that's actually launching the game now. So that's kind of a narrative. But you see, guys, where this is at. Okay, so this is kind of a consolidation range. Do you see where it's at? So nobody's actually late. We just need to preserve our USDTs and see where these coins can go in the start of this next cycle. So we need to be smart, preserve our tether, get in on a couple of setups, and let them ride. Okay, so this is just kind of a sneak peek to get an idea of what the market is bringing us in this next cycle. This is just to all-time high. Okay, that's a 15x. But let's go and test something like this. So these are fibs. Okay, and then we have something called the extension fibs. Okay, and you see this would be like extension targets on this last move down and then up. This is just like an example what the coins could do. So let's just measure it. Let's say this is like an entry above this consolidation range. You see, so there's a lot of space to actually pump, and these are not shit coins that Joey calls that go like. So we're not late, we're monitoring in time, and I'm very optimistic about the market. Now, this will not happen overnight. This type of moves and plays will happen in the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, so we need to learn how to be investors, not overtrade. If we have the urge to overtrade, we can trade a smaller stack, in and out, just to get the playfulness of it. But when a coin like this, let's say, passes, sorry guys, this like a consolidation range of this type, you see this? So let's just set an alarm on it so we know for sure. When it happens, then the moves start. And these type of plays need to be played on the daily, on the weekly, not on the monthly, but on the daily and the weekly. You see, just above here, the move up is to the next high is 4.5x. So this is the sneak peek of what I'm expecting on the market. We can check Ethereum. It's at some resistance, but you see it's making moves, so the market is strong and healthy, and wait long enough, guys. We wait long enough, and I'm hyped to see it. Okay, this was a quick update. Thanks for joining. Like and subscribe, and we'll continue in the chat rooms. Bye.